far.
I do.
That's definitely
Just not with me.
yeah. All right, I think we're good. Recording's on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe Minas was about to say something when we left to our captive, or to someone else.
Oh no, I was just gonna probably say over the comlinks that I don't think she knows anything.
Yeah, I think I'll respond. I think you're right. I actually have an idea though. So,
Did you get her kit out of the van? She tells you it's under the. She tells you it's in her backpack under such and such seat. You're easily able to find it. It's one of those single strap messenger packs. It's got a small tablet extension of her comlink, like a personal carry computer. If you bring it back to her, she'll log it in for you and show you what she's talking about.
Sure.
All right.
What was the female's name?
Claire. Nobody's actually asked that yet, so you don't know that. I don't know why I answered your question. I really should have just slapped you.
That was clever.
That was a dirty trick. You're a bad human being.
We'll get there eventually.
Anyway, so yeah, and she pulls up what looks like some sort of marketplace search feature. It's basically, like I said, it's a grid sheet, and it shows everything that's posted. It's not dynamically updated. She explains that this is you can go and you just download the weekly sheet, and if you come in and they're already full up on what they're asking for, then you just don't get paid. But this is what they're looking for. You can go you can go in and get it updated whenever you want. But this is basically what you can get, and it's just pages and pages of just odd things. And when you see the top of the screen, it's abbreviated MMM. She's obviously made this sheet and plugged the printout into her sorting mechanism, and she explains to you that the MMM stands for the metahuman meat market. She doesn't know what any of these things are used for, but they are body parts, organs, and straight pounds of flesh of the various metahuman species of the planet.
that's a little weird.
Ogre tusks, minotaur horns, minotaur flesh by the pound, indiscriminate. And it's got prices per kilogram of each of these items, or per metric unit of length.
So
This is why I hate body farmers.
I was just thinking that. So I am
Goblin
perhaps
juice. Goblin juices.
So wait, do we know her name?
Have you asked her name?
No.
I know the answer to this question.
So
Okay.
so I guess I'll kind of set the tablet, whatever she was showing us aside from one. I realized I never asked your name.
It's Claire. It's Claire.
Claire, this is a very dirty business you found yourself in, and perhaps despite outward appearances, I am a reasonable man, and understand that sometimes mistakes happen.
Do you have to roll
So-
bluff for that?
I can if you want.
Keep going. We're ready.
So, I understand that mistakes happen. So, here's what we're gonna do. That van, I think is ours now, or we'll dispose of it. We'll take care of it. We'll also take care of the contents. I feel like you're probably not well suited for the meat market business, but you were ballsy enough to take on a minotaur with a, what did she have, Minus?
Stun baton.
With a stun baton. So, there's probably a need for people like that. So, here's what we're gonna do. Hey Medic, how is our friend there?
He'll survive. He's just on the mend now.
So, your friend will live. So, here's what we're gonna do.
Yay! Go Benton.
Yeah, you and your friend, what's his name, by the way? Benton. Okay.
It's the name of my favorite bacon.
He doesn't look like a pig to me.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
I mean, somebody can contradict my offer if you feel like it. You and your friend get to live today. I understand that mistakes happen, and you've made a particularly bad one, but hopefully we can turn this into an opportunity. And so I will give her one of my because I have like 2 meta links, like a throwaway comm link code. I'll give her that. Here, take your friend. Go get him patched up somewhere. That's your responsibility. Take this as a life lesson. Don't attack a 2.5 meter tall minotaur with a stud baton. And when you feel comfortable, give me a call, because maybe we can find some not so lively targets for you to pursue.
So I get to live.
You get to live, and
Can
if
I
you feel
leave?
Yeah.
in a moment, yes.
Okay.
So if you want, I'm going to forgive you for your mistake, and Minos, I feel that you should forgive her for her mistake.
Okay. See, he was. Wait, what did you call yourself before?
Me or her?
You.
Called myself a reasonable man.
Yes. I'm the opposite of that.
Yeah. I know. This is why it's fun.
Mm. But I guess.
So, he forgives you, he guesses, and I would take that for what it's worth and understand how lucky you are. So, let's slap the comm code in her hand, or however it is that you actually transfer those things. So, call yourself a cab, go home, don't do that again, and if you want a job and you feel comfortable, and I won't kill you the next time you call me, I promise, give me a call,
Actually,
and maybe we'll set you up with, I don't know the best way to describe Bert and Ernie's operation where they call me, and because I don't feel like going to go drag corpses around, but we can send her to do it all we want.
I got a better idea.
Subcontract.
Claire,
Subcontractor.
How did you know
give
my
me your
name?
ID.
Oh, it's in my kit bag.
I'm gonna fish out for it. I'm
Okay.
gonna look at it.
Okay.
Okay, now your real ID.
What do you mean, man?
He's probably sinless.
What do you mean, man?
Is it real?
No. I don't know. How would you know? I wouldn't know. I figured you were running a bluff. I went with it. No, she scorns the bitch. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. That's my ID. That's me, Claire.
It has like does it have an address?
Yeah. Totally has an address.
All right. Last name?
DuCont.
All right. Claire Duckant
Very nice.
of 432nd, wherever, apartment H.
Sure. I'm not writing that down.
Yeah, same.
Wherever. I have the address.
Okay.
We know where you live. And if you do something stupid like move, we'll just track you down.
Wide eyes, high eyebrows. Demon minotaurs are terrifying people.
What are you still doing here?
Can I have my kit?
Yours? Is there anything else? Is there anything else in here that's decent? Like,
It's her ID, her tablet. You took the weapons out, I assume. It was just
yeah,
a
I'll
pistol.
take whatever. It's like can hurt someone. And
It's a small messenger bag.
okay,
Basically, it's all she needs really is her ID and tablet. Like,
Perfect.
if you like the bag, you can have the bag.
it's okay.
Goes with your eyes.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna take that baton that's in the van, and I'll put it in her bag and say, "Here you go."
Because she's gonna need it later.
All right. No one has actually opened the garage to let her out, so she's just like, now they
Good.
kill me.
So
Hey.
Voltaic will stand up and open the garage a
No, no,
little
no, no, no.
enough.
No. She can't
After he
leave
slaps
yet.
you through AR.
Well, no, I can just stand up, go put my hand out. Like, Hey, well, hold off on that, and then through our intercom, do she can't leave until we're done here. The second she's out that door, if she calls our contacts and friends and lets them know where we're at with the van, like, I still have to go over this whole van. She can sit there and listen to music or do whatever. You guys can talk, suss it out, learn about more about her. You can find out if she has kids. Do whatever you do, but I need like an hour or two here probably. And we don't know how long it's going to take for this other guy to wake up.
I'm not concerned with him.
Yeah, but
Voltaic
she's
is done.
taking him with her.
Yeah, she could take him right now if he feels like it. If
And
she
carry him
calls
on
it
in a litter,
no, in a cab. I don't care what she does.
right?
But basically, if we get the hint of a thing coming after us about it, Minus is going to pace somebody, and she saw me obliterate someone too.
Well, an easy solution to that is, Statrix, are you able to put like a bug on her comlink so we can tap into what she's sending out and in?
probably if I had a few minutes to work on it.
No, you have a few minutes. At best, we just have to let this guy recover on his own. And I'm here so I can keep an eye on him.
I'm just trying to score contacts and subcontractors.
Yeah, and that's
no.
cool, but until we do the once over of the van and maybe see if she was like the doctor or because she's not the driver and she has to fill some other role on this team.
She's holding the taser.
She's
One
taser
of-
girl. That's her
Yeah.
role.
It's not a real complicated operation. They drive up next to somebody, tase them, and stuff them in the tube.
Yeah.
All right. So then the guy that we have unconscious, we're hoping actually knows everything, like where he's supposed to drop these people off.
It's in
I've
her.
got
It's on her.
address.
Yeah, we got her. We got that information from her already.
Oh, okay. I thought she didn't have.
Since it
that
was all in her
information.
kit. Like all the stuff that she had to do was in her kit. Correct, Nate? She showed us.
The list of prices was in the kit.
There was nowhere like a drop-off point or anything though.
Not on that information. She told you
Got it.
originally she didn't have it.
Okay. Well, Claire, we have some. Before you go, where do we
So
find the drop-off
tell her it's going to
point
be a
for
few
your-
hours though, if you would,
Oh wait, hold on.
and then I'll go back over to the van.
I'm gonna
Okay,
go.
which van? There's two vans.
To
van?
their van, I need to start doing. I've got the cyber scanner in my hand, so I'm going to
Oh,
start
okay.
going over the van just to make sure there's nothing I missed. Make sure that there's no GPS on it, because that's
No,
my first
no.
concern right now.
No currently outgoing GPS signals on the van.
Okay, and then just do a once over the van, see what's salvageable and what's good on it and whatnot while they're doing their thing.
Everything's good except for this one leather cushion that looks like it's been struck by lightning and some slight charring on the peripherals of the driver's seat. Like the faux leather cushion is kind of like curling up because it was exposed to intense heat. Like the ceiling carbon plastic is melted a little bit, but nothing structurally is wrong with the car.
And that's just what I was thinking too,
Pretty
medic.
good
Um,
Pretty good shape.
What model is it?
It is
GMC
a GMC Bulldog.
Oh wow,
Medic is
yeah,
on top of his shit.
that is an awesome car for us. Cool. So I'm going to work on. It doesn't have any mods for it for like license plate changing or chameleon
No.
paint. Okay, I'm going to.
But
I'll
The
I'll
license-
make a quick
the
run to the
license-
store for that stuff.
the license plate signal it does have has been changed. It does not have like an auto changer or frequent changer. It's like someone drove into a garage, got it changed once for one cycle, and then drove it back out. If that makes sense. The plates are not
Yeah.
The plates would not hold up to intense scrutiny.
No, this is a low rent operation.
I'll do what I can to modify those things.
As
I'll
you
put
go
different
over
paint on
the
it, whatnot.
as you go over the van, there's
I can pick
not
up some extra
type-
clothes for Minos too.
So, just a point of notice that's not like mind-breakingly difficult information to obtain. There doesn't seem to be the kind of equipment in this van that would be necessary to control drones. Like, there's not a rig, there's not any sort of hardware, there's no drone stations, there's no drone anything, which kind of lines up because the drones you saw were from
Municipal.
were not in. They were not invisible.
I
But
said
they were-
municipal.
Municipal. Thank you. They were from the local service agencies. But there's also not a lot of there's not a jacked out deck in here. There's not a Wi-Fi antenna. I mean, there's the basic functions that you'd find in an automobile of this class, but there's not a lot of technology-minded modifications to this cab that would allow someone. There's nothing here that you're like, oh, they have a rigger that jacked in and controlled those drones. That doesn't seem to be these people.
So the drones that were following Minos were of somewhere else's violation. Claire, how did you get eyes on Minos?
Oh, we put out a tag with Lucy.
Who's Lucy?
I don't know. Lucy's Lucy.
Claire, I'm gonna need you to be more specific, or
I was gonna say, can I do a memory check
Like,
and see if
Everyone fucking knows this shit. You'd want to find something. You put in a tag on Lucy. She gives you a bid, and then she marks it for you and tells you where it's at. It's easier than a search engine.
do I recognize Lucy? Is that actually common sense, or is she just?
No, it's
enough
not
to-
actually common sense for any of you people.
Just
'cause
making sure.
you're plebs, but I
Did
didn't
she say that?
No.
Did she say that? Because
does anybody have Shadow Community out of character? Because that would be a good one to roll if you have it.
well,
I do have some friends though in Jack Point, and I can see if maybe this Lucy character is some sort of decker in the local area.
Or if
rigger.
she's an info broker.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I actually have an info broker as a contact. Maybe
Is
she's
it
a
Lucy?
liar. No, it is not Lucy. All
Are
of
we
my
sure it's
contacts
not
were
Lucy?
originally. Oh yeah, I guess. Or am I sure it's not Lucy? All of my contacts were originally named after Gargoyles characters from the old cartoon.
That's right.
So my info broker is actually Demona because I was forward that day. So maybe she might know as well. But
All right.
that would
So you
certainly-
got some options.
yes. So yeah, I really don't think we need to hold them for hours. We just cut them loose and say, seriously, if we even smell anything, I'm gonna let the Minotaur turn you into paste. And also, if you feel like a job, you need some money, give that Comcode a call, and I'll set them up as subcontractors.
Okay, and then she'll go back and sit in the corner for a couple hours while Jeff finishes, or while
Yeah,
Satrix
if
finishes.
if Satric's not gonna let him go, then he has to watch him because Full Take's not gonna do it.
What is Voltaire
He's
going
done.
to do for an hour and a half? He's just going to leave.
Actually, yeah.
My
I'm gonna make-
responsibilities are ended. I'm just going to go walk down by the rivers, guys. Peace.
Voltaic sees this as a waste of time now to hold them.
Okay.
So he's
Okay.
he's maybe not sulking, but no, he's gonna he's actually gonna send a message to Demona, asking about Lucy. Just
Okay,
very simple,
we'll
heard
come back.
of
We'll come back to that. You're going to
Yeah.
send a message to Lucy. You'll have a conversation with Lucy.
Oh no, I wasn't messaging Lucy. Especially
Not
my,
Lucy. About
Okay.
Lucy. Demona.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, what do you want to do with the van? Statrix. What do you want to do with the van?
After I've done the once over with it, like I said, I want to. I'll change the proxy number for the street grade,
Okay.
and then I'll see what I can do to change the paint or the coloring on it. Do a matrix perception check, see if there's any local hardware or paint, car paint shops, something where I can grab some different color paint and an air compressor real fast, just so I can do even a slapdash on this thing.
Yeah, not really a down by the river enterprise. I mean, the people who do that kind of thing down here have their own equipment.
Right.
You know where to go in town. But it's probably going to be
Or-
a 40-minute round trip.
Can I do a search for maybe there is a place here nearby that will do it for a price? Perhaps.
Oh, you want to query? You want to query a chop shop? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can do that. Are you going to take it to them with the dead people in the back?
Are they
Are they dead for sure?
I don't know. We were focusing on paint and license plates, and no one's actually
Yeah.
checked yet.
Yeah.
So I was curious.
That's why I was ready to just shuttle the two Muppets out the door, and so we could take their score and go make money out of it.
Whoa,
Or at least
whoa,
part of
whoa,
it,
whoa!
'cause-
These people might still be alive.
I don't think the Minotaur is. but I was
We're
going to cut
not
the.
making money off of this.
Yeah, dude.
I'm comfortable. I was actually gonna ask Minos. I'm comfortable turning the Minotaur in because, for appearances at least, the Minotaur is dead. But I wanted to cut the Goblin loose because nobody deserves to be tased, thrown in a van, and then cut up.
Or find the address to the place,
And
take
blow
the
it up.
van, fill it with C4.
This is
I
a
mean-
brand new van.
So what?
If we want to be terrorists,
An expensive
sure.
brand new van. We can send C4 through it on our drone.
Or just throw it through the front doors.
Or we could do that. I'm just talking, saying the first thing that comes out of my head.
Well, we could braid the
I
meat
think that's-
market and leave a very pointed note. But that would be something more we would do as a team with
Operation.
with trying to have it tied to nobody.
What if for someone? Well, Minos, if you're not comfortable, assuming the Minotaur is dead, because I wouldn't turn a live person into the meat market. Even I have standards. If you're not comfortable even turning in the body, then maybe we can find someone who will pay us to hit this meat market. Operations cost money.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
okay
actually,
with
that
that.
is an
And they
awesome
probably
idea if we
made
can get
some
paid to
enemies.
hit this.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. If they've been snatching people, especially since I'm sure the rarer metatypes are more expensive. I probably would have known that from the list. Like,
Well, no, Medic wouldn't phrase like that. Medic would be a lot more blunt and probably rode in the blood of his enemies after he shot them in the head.
Okay. What do you guys do next? What are you guys doing right now? What is happening right
All right.
now?
Medic is sending a text over to Carmen asking about the metahuman meat market and their enemies. See if he has any information on that, he or
Yep.
she.
well, Fake would do the same thing with his fixer.
And I will take the goblin out.
Isn't your fixer already hunting for drug dealers down by the river? You're putting a lot
Oh,
on
no,
that guy's
I have-
plate.
Oh no, I have a fixer, a smuggler, and an info broker. I had a lot of points.
So the info broker is the guy who's.
Info broker is Demona, who I was going to message about Lucy.
So who did
The-
you send down to the river to find drug dealers?
That would be Tom Walsh. He's the smuggler.
Walsh. I did write that down. Okay.
And then I have a third contact, which I have labeled as a fixer, although I guess could be nebulous until something comes up, who I was going
Either
to
way.
ask. Yeah, about enemies of the anything they knew about the.
Medic, who are you
Metahuman.
texting? Medic, who are you texting?
My fixer, Carmen.
Carmen. Okay, Carmen.
You know, the one that you gave me, because mine died of a heart attack.
Oh, great! Okay, I got this. I like Carmen. She's a good person. And what do you want to know? You want to know about the metahuman meat market?
Yep. And who they have for enemies, who they have for allies.
Okay. So you've got to query out to an information broker, and then you are also querying an information broker. Voltaic.
So I have two queries out. One to an information broker about Lucy.
Right. And
one
then
to a fixer about metahuman meat market and enemies.
spell Demonga's name again.
Demona, Demona. You can rename it if you feel like it. It's literally
No,
just a Gargoyles reference.
I'll get it. We can keep the Gargoyles references. And you want to know about Lucy.
Yes, if Lucy, just kind of just a very simple message of heard a name, maybe a rival info broker, Lucy ? And just send it.
Okay. Minus, what would you like to be doing during this time? Statrix could really use a hand with the van. I'm watching him try and lift stuff over there, and it's kind of sad.
I'll give him a hand.
All right, Statrix. Yes, there are 2 chop shops down by the river within a 10-minute drive. You can query for quotes through the digital network if you would like, because you know how to do that.
Okay. Before I do that, I do want to get the goblin and the minotaur out of the back, and actually
Alright.
all 3 tubes, even the empty one, out of the back.
Oh, you're gonna unmount the tubes with the people in them?
No, sorry. Yeah, I just want to empty them. So get
Okay,
the
so
people
you-
out.
Okay. So which one you doing first?
Um,
If you go through the control release mechanism on the empty one, you realize, hey, it's not really engaged. It kind of just slides open and shut. Piece of cake. No one in that one. No invisible entities being sustained in this tube.
okay.
Um,
And then
except Gust.
let me do the minotaur next, actually, since we think he's already dead, right?
All right, is your cart ready to go in case he's not dead?
The auto
Or is
dock.
there's still a dude on your auto dock, right?
Well, Benton was on it, but I thought we stabilized him, so he doesn't need
He
to
is
stay
stabilized.
on it, does he?
No, you're
Okay.
the medical professionals. I'm asking
Yep.
where Benton is.
Once we got him stabilized, we put him off to the side.
Okay.
Triage.
There's not a lot of space to work in that little cab of the van. You mean off the side on the floor in the warehouse? He's got a
Yeah.
pillow.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
the auto dock can come out of the van too.
Can it?
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
cool.
big and it's built into the van, but it's on like a cart thing, so you can pull it out like an EMT's uh, bunk that they
Slick.
would pull out.
very
Or gurney.
slick. Okay. So the bottom line is you make arrangements so you have the auto dock available in case the Minotaur is not dead. The indicators on the actual pod are red, not green. They're in a language. Does anyone here speak Chinese? Is someone raising their hand? I don't see anyone raising their hand to say they speak Chinese. Okay. So no, the indicators are not legible. They appear to be in some sort of character-based language. You open it up. The Minotaur does not smell bad because it's been in the stasis container, but you run your little scanner over it. You do your medical things, and it is dead. It is really dead. Multiple gunshot wounds. It may have been alive when they put it in the canister. Multiple points of entry from taser marks, so they probably tased it. That didn't work. So they switched over to the taser level 2, which is live ammunition, and put it in the van. This is apparently how you tase a Minotaur. It's degrees of response, ending with machine gun rounds. The Goblin, as you unseal him, it takes him a minute or two to wake up, but he's bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, does not appear to have anything wrong with him. Tilts his head out of the canister and looks, and who are you?
That is a complicated question. Oh wait, I'm probably not standing there.
You had your chance to help. You chose not to. Statrix, Goblin, or
I'm
Minotaur,
Tylo.
whoever's- Okay, Tylo.
You probably
where
don't
am
know
I?
me. I'm gonna try to help you out as much as I can. We want to make sure you're doing well. I'm gonna answer some of your questions, but first I want you to come sit over here on the side of the van or here on the edge, and we're just gonna get some medical readings on you. Okay, buddy?
Okay, was I in an accident?
That's what I'm trying to find out. What's your last memory of? What's the last thing you remember?
I hit the LBT button. I was waiting at a station. I hit the LBT button and I got the quote. I accepted it. I was waiting for the cab. LBT is the abbreviation for low bid transportation. The corporate run taxis in the Kansas City area run on kind of a bid per performance. The rates change based on the competitiveness of the market, though they stay in kind of the same area. Some people are more expensive in some areas, cheaper in others. And there's a really popular Comlink app going around right now that will query all 5 taxi agencies and tell you who's the cheapest so that you can request a ride. And that's the least bid transportation app, or LBT.
Alrighty.
Anyway, he hit the Uber button, and the Uber came, only the Uber was a van full of stun gun guys.
All right. And I'm assuming that the van is
Shocking.
the one that came to pick him up. So,
Yeah, I
you-
walked towards the van, and then I woke up, and you were here.
all right.
Hello, Goblin friend.
So,
I am in a GMC.
Yeah, what's your name?
You would ask me that. Larry. Sorry.
Larry. And do you know what year it is, Larry?
2073.
All right, perfect. Can you give me your address?
I'd prefer not to until I know what's going on.
Well, I'm medical
He's
staff here.
okay.
I'm trying to figure out if you're about your wits or if we're gonna have to keep you here and hold you longer.
Doesn't that only work if you already know my address?
So what's your address so I can compare it? Look, we're
Is
just
it
trying to
check
help
it
you
against the
here,
SIP?
Larry.
This is the reason that I'm the
No,
face
I-
and Statrix
I'm on-
is not.
I'm on North 36th Street.
North 36? Okay.
Yeah, Unit 422. I hate you.
I look at my comm link on my data link on my arm as if it is telling me anything, and then go back to. All right, no, that checks out. Thanks, Larry.
Larry
All
kinda
right, so
squints at
I
you
think
in
what happened here,
suspicion.
Larry, is that you were attacked. Unfortunately, you were the victim of an assault. If you want to go ahead and report this to the police, you can. I recommend that you do so within the next 48 hours. We're just going to keep you here to evaluate you for a little bit longer for the next hour or two. And then we'll have you on your way, okay?
I guess so. Tylo, was it?
Yeah, Tyler.
And what agency are you with?
Come again?
Well, you said you were medical staff. What agency are you with? I know most of the organizations in this area.
We
Oh,
are an
really? What do you do?
independent- We're a recent independent medical contractors. We recently just established ourselves here.
And you go by the name of.
Has yet to be determined.
We're subcontracting with Dock Wagon at the moment. And yes, while we're aware you do not have a contract with us, some other people in the vicinity did. You just happen to be rounded up at the same time.
Other people? There are other Oh God!
Others
God,
were
is that-
attacked besides yourself,
is that a-
yes.
Is that a dead Minotaur?
Yeah, and I'll get him a puke bag, I guess.
And maybe a soda.
Water.
We have musty water. I don't know how long it's been in there.
Oh, the pea water. Great. All right. So I guess do you foist him off to minus? He's got the best bedside manner in your medical operation.
Yeah, well, unless Minos, do you want to take the van down to the chop shop to have it repainted, or do you want to stick around here with him, or what's your plan?
Is that
Sure, I
over?
could drop this
Is that
guy
be
off
very
at the same
clear?
time.
Is that over AR, or are you having this conversation out loud in front of the goblin?
AR.
Okay.
I think Medic would actually have some decent bedside manners, given that he has a decent.
I got this. I can drop off the girl at the same time.
Drop her off?
You gonna drop
Yeah,
her
why
off
not?
her house? So she knows.
Yes.
Oh,
That
well,
would be
we don't want to take them in the van.
No, I'm just gonna drop her off somewhere.
Okay, and then go
Like,
get it
get out.
painted?
Get her a taxi with the local gangs.
Yeah.
She'll make it home in one piece, right?
Well, if she uses the baton correctly.
He did say that she would need it.
Yep. Just not when.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I guess just dump off Benton and her on a street corner somewhere. Try not to get them immediately killed.
Well, Ben, we're keeping.
Are we?
He's still not awake yet, is he?
No,
Do we have to
No,
keep
he's
him?
not.
Like, why are we keeping him?
to get the address.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus, he's not worth any money on the metahuman meat market.
Humans aren't on
We
there at all,
decided-
right?
Right. Exactly. So he's not
We
worth
decided we weren't going to do that, and that's okay.
He's still alive. That's why we're not.
I've
Yeah, and I
been.
don't classify organ harvesters as people, so it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What
least
about
we have
organ
the dignity-
laggers?
At least we have the dignity to do it while something's dead. We didn't really harvest that guy's organs, but somebody else does that.
All right. An hour is easily able to pass by. Are you trying to give Benton drugs, or are you letting him sleep it through the night, or what's the plan to get him awake? Because waking up on his own is pretty low on his list of priorities right now.
You know what? I have a stem patch. I'm
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
hit him with a rating 6 stem patch, which would remove up to 6 boxes of stun.
Oh, fantastic! Oh God, there's a watch out!
Medic's there. Yep. And I'm right there, standing beside him, with a hand on the slap patch and a hand on the machine pistol, pointing it at him.
God, you gotta get out of here. There's some kind of oh.
I'm just going to point at the Minotaur. And hopefully
I don't
he
even
turns his
know
head and
that
looks in the
this
direction I'm
guy
pointing.
saw the Minotaur before he got electrocuted by
No.
the reincarnated fire god
Reincarnated Thunder God.
that lit him on fire. Okay. No, he's like, oh shit. He does look at the Minotaur. He's like, oh.
He's all yours. You have half an hour. Don't break him too much.
Listen, man, it was nothing personal.
And Medic's I'm just looking at him, not saying anything, just
You're
watching him,
just
waiting
a
for a minute.
hot commodity right now, high in demand. You know, you should be flattered.
That is like double bluff reverse psychology of getting yourself
Well,
shot.
so why is it? And this is I think this is like 6 for 6 now. Why is it like 10 seconds before I rip someone's arms off, they say, "Oh, it's nothing personal. It's just business."
Now, when you say 6 for 6, is that 3 sets of arms or 6 different people?
No, that's 6 completely different arms.
He looks at you wide eyes like, maybe because it's just business and not personal.
Oh man.
You seem
He
like
is-
a nice guy and all.
Is he like when he woke up? Was he like right outside the van? I'm probably just sitting.
He's
like,
lying
you
on
know-
the concrete floor with Medic on one shoulder, Minot standing over him.
Yeah, but I would see him wake up and hear him speak, right?
I assume
Yeah.
so, unless you're still on the phone.
No, I would finish my text message. We're like, buddy, you may just want to not speak unless spoken to.
I'm sorry, man. I've had a really rough day.
It could
Yeah.
get worse.
He has.
Yes, it's a rough day. He
Just-
maybe
You need to get an
Maybe-
address. That's all.
Hmm?
Just need
Oh,
to get an
yes.
address.
so. You can ask him or I can. I can say over AR. You want me to do this?
You do a
would
very
like
good
to take
job.
care of it? All right. So I guess I'll get up off of my impromptu seat and Benton. I'll like snap my fingers. Benton.
Yes?
So
Do I know you?
no, but I
How
know
do
you.
How do you know my name?
That's a question for another time. We need one very important thing from you. Where is the
Okay.
drop-off point for the metahuman meat market?
He looks at you. His eyes narrow a little bit. He's like, 10%.
I will use. Hold on. I got this one. I will use one of my favors with Gust to have him materialize next to this dumb bastard and assist me with this conversation.
Okay. How is he exactly going to assist you with this Has he assisted you with conversations in the past? And what
Oh, no,
did that
his-
look like?
Merely his. I think if he appears next to the guy and just looks at him, he'll probably change his tune. So basically, I'll have Gust will materialize. Not
So you're not
subtly.
actually asking Gus to help you communicate with this human being.
I am in the context of my favor. Like Gust, please
Okay.
assist me at this situation. But in doing so, currently he will just materialize about 6 inches in front of his face.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a respectable distance. Okay. Yeah, you scared the ever-loving crap out of this guy. Not that thing again. What the heck is that thing?
This is Gust, and
Maybe
your
lose
price needs to
consciousness.
go to 0. What does he do?
He does not lose consciousness.
Okay, that's good. So this is Gust, and your price needs to drop to 0, or Gust is going to drive himself into into your lungs again.
Listen, man, I'm just trying to make a living. It's nothing
That's okay.
personal. You got to give me something, man.
trust
I mean,
me.
my van is fried. My team, it looks to be what, mushed, dead.
Only
Like,
one's dead. So
Yeah.
far.
What band?
You might as well just kill me if you're gonna leave me with nothing. I
You
gotta have
shouldn't say
something.
that.
I'll-
You
I'll-
shouldn't say that
I'll
out
take
loud.
my hand and start
DNI.
Hold on, hold on. So here is my offer. I made the same offer to Claire. So I really don't feel that you're cut out for this business if you make terrible decisions. So you should probably go after something that's not liable to. What exactly did you do? What was his name? Claire mentioned his name.
Just
The
to
guy
be
who got
clear,
smacked.
just to be clear, so that I know how much attention he's paying to you, is he looking at you through the lens of diffuse fire entity, or did Gust move out of his?
It's
tube?
lightning. No, I probably would have just moved to the side. Like if he jerked himself back, because the Thunderbird material, I'd be able
'Cause
to
that-
see him.
That's just very distracting when you're trying to hold a conversation. Okay,
Right.
so all right, continue.
What
Benton?
was
My name's Benton.
no? What was the guy that Minos pasted? Because Claire mentioned
Oh.
his name. Is it Charlie or something?
Yeah, Charlie.
But so
Poor Charlie.
you guys made some mistakes, and unfortunately, Charlie paid with what would you say you did to him, Minos?
Squished him.
Yeah, squished him. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna tell us where the drop-off point for the Menahoon meat market is. You're not gonna take those jobs anymore, and we're probably gonna keep your van. But in return, I know people make mistakes. I know you have to eat. I know you need a job. So here, and I'll give him the same comm code. Give this to Claire. You can talk to her. She'll tell you the same story. Go get yourself patched up because you're probably gonna pass out again. And how long do those stim patches last?
30 minutes.
You're going to pass out again in about 30 minutes once that sim patch wears off. So you may want to get yourself at least somewhere where you won't hit your head on the ground when you do that. And then when you feel rest up, give me a call, and we'll set you up with a subcontracting position.
Man,
It's
All
just
right.
business.
we just called these two in, and they gave us a GPS tag. It's in the glove compartment of the car.
All right, so he probably muttered it. So I'll turn. He says it's in the glove compartment.
Oh,
Check.
Next question is, the vehicle still here?
Oh yeah, did we take it? I don't think we were talking about driving it away, and then
Yeah, but
we got.
Minus was the one who volunteered to do that, and he's still here, so I assume the
Yeah.
car's
Yeah.
still here.
No, that happened. We were talking about doing that, and then someone got the idea to slap patch the guy. Or stim
That
patch.
was
Yeah.
not a bad
That's
idea.
good though, because then we can drop both. If we're gonna let, see, here's the issue.
Where's
If
the
we're
goblin?
going to let Benton and Claire live, then
That's a good question, Nate, and the answer is going to be funny when we discover that.
where did who go?
Sorry, what was it? He's asking where Larry is right now.
Larry's probably there, at the van. I would think still. That's what I'm saying. Before we can take the other van out to go get get it customized and changed, whatnot at the shop. We don't want to have these people see the van after those changes have been made. So we want to get rid
We're
of
not gonna take them to
everybody
the
before
chomp
we go
shop
out and
with
do
us.
that.
Yeah.
Say what?
We're not going to take him to the chomp shop with us.
Just drop
Yeah,
off at
no,
the
that's
cab
what I'm
stand
saying.
along the way.
But we don't want to get rid of some of them and then bring the van back and then get rid of Benton because he's going to
Well-
pass out again, right? So that's good that you didn't already go and do that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, once everything's resolved, this over D&I, once everything's resolved, we can drop the two kidnappers off, say, like 5 blocks away from here. And we can drop the goblin off somewhere else, or just simply call him a taxi.
What Statrix is trying to relay is that he's going to need a workshop to actually upgrade the van to repaint and readdress itself, and he's already rented this spot. So if you release them, it doesn't matter where you release them, it matters when you release them, because if he has to come back and work in this garage, both of those people know where this is once you take them out.
Okay.
That's
And
what
you
I'm
guys
saying,
have know a drug dealer?
Yeah, Voltaic.
I do actually know a drug smuggler.
Can they get a hold of some lays?
How about we just
That would solve the problem.
We'll just blindfold them.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a simpler way.
Sounds
I mean-
brilliant.
Put the bags over their heads and
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
it's less complicated than trying to find lays.
Fair enough. Lays would resolve the problem for a good few hours.
yeah. I can try
Yeah,
to knock
but-
it out.
That means they would even forget about us, though. That would be the downside.
Larry the Goblin raises his hand.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
not you. Not you.
Are you guys done with me? Do you think I could, go? I
Yeah,
mean,
we
you guys
basically
seem
kept-
like you're really busy right now, and I feel like I could just, I could be somewhere else, not in the way.
Yeah, we've basically held this goblin hostage, and he doesn't know who we are for like an hour, and not let him leave.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think
we
we should
just
just
saved
probably
this
tell him
goblin's
what happened.
life, and he was held hostage, about to be butchered,
didn't know
murdered.
that. He doesn't
Yeah.
know that. So
Well,
he's
I don't
woken
care if
up.
he knows that or not. We know we are the heroes, so if we inconvenience him for another 20 minutes, piss on him.
Yeah, but why are we inconveniencing him?
For medical checkup purposes. And on that topic,
But, I mean,
But that was
I
already
think he just
done
needs
like
to
an
know what
hour.
happened, and then
Yeah.
go.
did we even
Go.
have we even spent an hour with him?
Yeah, he
conscious
said
yet?
like an hour. No, he said like an hour passed easily
Okay.
in the middle there. So basically, we've held him for an hour sitting in this garage, and
I feel much better.
yeah, we haven't like really informed him the specifics of what happened to him. So basically, we've been holding him hostage for an hour doing nothing.
Well,
We just
No,
need to
I-
get him the hell out of
I
the
told him
garage.
he was assaulted.
checked him over.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you said he was assaulted. There's a whole difference between you've been assaulted and, by the way, some guy was going to squeeze you for juice.
Well, yeah, I don't want to scare him.
So
Yeah,
So-
but now
so
now
sorry,
he doesn't know why he's being basically detained.
I have a solution to the problem.
We let the goblin go.
Yeah, I'm going to walk over to him. It's like, thank you for waiting. Your blood work and everything checks out. You seem to be perfectly fine. Over to and I'm calling him a taxi. I'll wait. And then back to him. Yeah, taxi has been called, and they will be picking up just a block away from here. Have yourself a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You have, Tylo, he asked you if you have any information that, or anything that he could give the police, because you told him he was supposed to fill out a police report, or if you guys would be filing a separate report and maybe just needed his contact information.
Yeah, let me get the rest of your contact information, and I'll take that down, like his number and whatnot, to get a hold of him. And
Yeah.
I'll give him, a bunch of fake information in return.
Yeah, Tylo's profile.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you guys like to do with the van and the dead body and the 2 live bodies? You have the address of the drop-off place that they were going to use to unload their pounds of Minotaur beef.
I don't know what to do with the Minotaur, but if we don't want to turn it in, and I'm okay with that, like being an option, because even I have standards. I mean, my standards are a little lower than Minus's, but that's okay. We still need to do something with the body of something. I don't want to just dump it somewhere. That seems even worse.
It's not like we can bury it. Does the body have a comm link?
Why can't we
See if
bury
he has
it?
any ID.
Yeah. Because we could leave a message.
Yeah,
And just
the
like,
body has-
hey,
The body has a comm link.
Or
so
we could just can you send out a comm link if someone's dead?
we can just dial 911 on it.
Well, the GM is shaking his head. Oh, well, now he's nodding his head.
Well, you can always dial 911 on a comm link.
Well, how about we do this?
That's not
How about-
true.
How about we use emergency mode and do that, and just drop the GPS tag along with them. I think the police will be able to figure those two things out.
I like your style.
Okay.
We'll just want to make sure we have no evidence on us, like of us on him.
I would assume you just didn't take him out of the tube, but
Yeah.
either way.
No, I wanted
you
to make
guys-
sure that I knew how the tube controls work. That's why I did him first.
Oh, okay.
But
You opened it. I didn't know you took him out.
yeah,
Okay.
you know,
Either way.
I know he looks a lot smaller than you Minos, but given the events of today and the drone camera that saw us, not knowing if it's a part of like the local grid and Knight Errant and whatnot, or if it's just another a rigger or something like that. What would you think about putting your clothes on this Minotaur?
Well,
Just
mine
saying,
will
because
work.
that way, well, we're going to ditch it up the body and then alert the police to its location. So they might stumble upon it and they might just assume that it was the Minotaur from earlier today on the news feeds, and now you're dead.
Yeah. Yeah. So this just in, body of a Minotaur was found down by the river. And in other news, a naked Minotaur was seen screaming through the highway on a motorcycle going south.
I can go pick you
I
up
don't know
some
which one
clothes.
gets played first.
Masking. Well, Terry, doesn't
I
mask
do
cover
have-
No,
clothes.
you're gonna keep that damn thing away from me.
We just give you a match of clothes.
I can't do that. That is the thing I could do. I could physically mask you so that you could walk into like a stuff and shack and
No.
get a
I don't want a
jumpsuit.
physical mask. I want some clothes.
I don't blame you for that.
No, that's not going to work. I'm sorry.
That's
Are you
okay.
calling it- Just to be clear, you have two vehicles and nobody can run get the Minotaur and spare change. of
Right.
clothes.
I don't know what we're doing more. So what are our goals right now?
We have three
two things.
vehicles.
We have to get including the bike. So we have to get the two failed body chop shop people out and away from this workshop and on amongst their stupid business. We have to change over the van to make it ours. And we have to dispose, in some way, deal with this poor dead Minotaur child. It's like an adolescent or child.
Yeah, something like that. Adolescent,
Yeah.
most likely. Just a
We're gonna-
little guy.
Yeah, this poor dead Minotaur. We also still have to deal with. So we have three goals. What order do we do them in?
Well, the body would probably have to be the last one. Just because once we alert the police, we can't be anywhere near it at all.
Well, the chop shop needs to be the last one. Because we can't go through, well, we could go to the chop shop with dead body in the van, but that's a
We'd
little
have to leave the
unprofessional.
van.
Is there a boat that we can just steal? And just put the body on the boat? And just
We're
have
gonna
the
give it a
boat auto
Viking
cruise?
funeral?
No, just have the bite.
Just leave it out here. I mean, there's no,
Yeah, down by the river.
there's not a. They're
mean-
not going to be able to trace it back to here.
Yeah, like we'll just leave it somewhere down by the river, unfortunately, and cut the two idiots loose, and then take the van to the chop shop, get it tuned, and then just don't bring the van back to this garage unless you
Yeah.
have to, and then we're good.
Well,
right?
we could store the bulldog at my place. I have a garage that I'm not using.
Okay.
So,
So once we get all fixed up, we can just send
So
it
I
over
will
there.
take the Minotaur body, the dead Minotaur, in my van, and I will go take care of that while you guys take care of the other two issues.
Okay.
Does that sound like a deal?
But we still need to find Minos' clothes. So
We-
here's where.
If
Medic?
he's not picky, we can
Medic?
probably pick some
This is-
at a stuffer shack.
Please kindly. Oh no, we don't even need. Well, you probably do need a new change of clothes because you're probably covered in blood, aren't you?
It's not going to work. We're not going to worry about this.
Okay.
This just.
I can
It'll
just
be
turn my
okay.
soup blood red. Problem solved.
So,
I can hide the blood stains.
So,
Statrix, if I understand correctly, you're going to give them instructions for what you would like have done to the other van.
leave a
Yeah.
list.
So at the chop shop, basically they're just gonna
Okay.
put a new thing of paint on it and another crappy license plate, and then maybe
So
change
basically
out the
the same
lights or
low-
something so it looks
The
a little
same
different.
low-budget job that was done previously.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How much would that cost?
You're not doing any major structural work. You're not changing the interior at all. You're just doing new first-level scan license plate and a change of paint.
Yes.
All right. It's 1,500 new yen.
1,500. Okay, so I'll do. I'll put the 1,500 in from the 2,000 we just got, or the 2,000 we got from last week.
Okay.
So it's paid.
So we got 2,000 each for that second one, right?
For the second one, actually, it was a weird number. It's only 3,000 for the total job.
So we got. How did that work out with us?
So
Yeah,
I
'cause
think
was
we're
trying
gonna.
to break it down to per runner.
Yeah, we can keep banking that until we get more, and then divide it up. It's only 3,000.
Okay. Or we
Yeah,
can
that
use
might
that
be
to
best.
pay. We can use that to pay for this van mod.
Yeah.
So that could be in the party fund. The 3,000, however, is in party funds right now
Okay,
until we
cool.
get more. All right. So
Do you specify what kind of paint scheme you want, or just that you want the paint to be different?
fuck
Nope.
yeah, flames.
These guys can
Frag yeah,
go wild.
flames.
Okay.
All right, so Statrix is going to take care of the dead Minotaur. Minos volunteered to take the van to the chop shop, and we'll just shuffle Claire and Benton out the front door and tell him find a cab, and you should probably be far away from here by the time he passes out again.
Okay, that all sounds
Good, or-
fantastic to me. You're able to actually accomplish that in a timely manner. What would you like to do after that? Statrix, you don't have any issues dumping the body down by the river or throwing it into the river. You just tell me what you'd prefer. There's not a lot of traffic. You might want to drive around for a few hours. I mean, we let an hour pass in the garage. The fiasco on the street took some time, and then driving here took a half an hour. So it's probably about 7 p.m. in the evening. We're on a summer night, and the sun's not going to go down until 9. So if you want to dump the body in broad daylight, you're welcome to, but I would probably wait a couple hours.
Yeah, I'll wait at least until dusk.
Okay, so you're going to camp in your van. The sun's going to go down probably 9. And you dump the body. You guys, it's going to take, it actually doesn't take very long. You're probably in and out 45 minutes at the chop shop. They change all the minor peripherals. They give you the black static job with the blue ghost flames down the side. It's pretty slick. You don't know why, but someone painted a little Firebird above the rear left side trunk door. And it looks familiar. I don't know. Inspiration.
I blame
so-
Plataric.
That all goes uneventfully. What would you like to do once you're in the van after the chop shop? Is this drive and disperse and end the day? Is there something else you wanted to accomplish tonight? It is. By the time you're done with the chop shop, it's probably 8 o'clock in the evening, and Statrix has not returned.
Did I at least hear back from any of my contacts about the questions I asked?
The question about Lucy is easy. She writes you what would correspond to a text message email. Lucy is an independent contractor that finds things. She runs she's high enough profile that she has her own message board. It gets cleared daily, so you put in an order. She responds yes or no with a quote. Same day turnaround, and then she tags your whatever comlink address you give her when she's found what it is you're looking for. Depending on, there's an upcharge. She gives you kind of a range of critical values where she's like, all right, if it takes me longer than this, here's how long I think it's going to take me to find it. here's how I'll tag you with the exact GPS coordinates of whatever it is you're looking for. I'll tell you yes or no, I can find it. And if it takes me longer than the estimated quote, I'll send you an updated quote. But it's basically she has a refreshing message board. You put the postings up in her terminal anywhere on the public VR network. It moves around. You just do a general search for Lucy, and because it's anonymous and it clears every day, there's not a lot of hassle. And then she contacts you with the directly once she figures out whether or not she's going to take your job.
Okay. I'm gonna add Lucy as a contact just so I don't forget that she exists.
Okay.
Now that I know she is a person.
She's a public service provider for the running community. She's a gentle lady and a saint.
I don't believe you, but
I wouldn't
I'm going to accept it.
Great. And then Carmen wanted to know about. You wanted Carmen to tell you about the meat market.
Yes.
The meat market is quite an interesting phenomenon. It only showed up in like the last month, kind of out of the blue, because this kind of blatant breach of it's kind of an escalation of the human trafficking that goes on in Kansas City that hasn't really been cracked down on, has been a problem for the last 100 years. But it's never been this cut and dry business like get in, find your pounds of untraceable metahuman flesh and we'll pay cash. Also, there doesn't seem to be a local market for whatever's being collected. I mean, the prices are put out. People are obviously being paid because we have repeat contractors going out on runs, and we have new bills of service and orders put in weekly. But the products don't seem to be showing up in the community. They're not getting recycled at flesh sculptors. They're not down by the hospital, or they're not going out to the medical research facilities down by the university. So she doesn't know why or who is buying up these things, but she knows that the market for these types of really crude smash and grab people snatching jobs has only come up since March. So relatively short-lived. And since there's not a permanent address, it's more like a chain email flyer that goes out, the bidding list. It's not a reciprocal communication process, so it's basically, hey, you look on the general boards here at this location, here it is. It could be dropped just, hey, here's an advertisement now offering. It almost looks like a joke, except that when you actually go out and kidnap and or deliver these people, you get paid cash, so it's less funny. That
is, yeah, okay.
But
I'm going to roll parazoology to see if this is tied in with ghouls.
ghouls? Did I hear you correctly? Ghouls?
Ghouls, yes. Ghouls.
The sheer quantity does not support it. I'm not going to say no, because, I mean, ghouls got to eat. But the local community of ghouls in Kansas City is not large, if it exists at all. I mean, they're keeping it on the down low. Kansas City is really keep that off the streets, don't ask, don't tell, as far as ghoulism goes. In vampirism, not generally accepted metahuman conditions. So if it is, you're not convinced, and your information broker shares with you this too, you're not convinced the population would support this demand locally. So if it is ghoul related, I mean, they could certainly eat most of these things, and with this kind of variety and quantity, there's probably a whole host of culinary adventures you could have with metahuman feasting. But it's going somewhere else if that's what's happening. Did that answer your question?
Yes. Do they have any known enemies?
The metahuman meat market?
Yes.
Not a lot is known about them as an organization, other than someone's coming in and contracting to have these things purchased, acquired, and delivered. So she can't even tell you if it's corporate or non-corporate. That's how little information she has about this. And in fact, until you called her, she was pretty sure it was a joke. And then she started digging around and talking to people who had actually done some deliveries and gotten paid pretty well. And then I was like, oh, well, I guess it's not a joke.
All right. Thank you very much for your assistance. And
Anytime.
I'm going to
Almost any time.
I'm going to throw 100. I'm going to throw 125 new yen to her for her services.
Nice. Drinks on me. Okay. For you guys are not going to have enough time to play through it this evening, but for next time, Voltaic, your smuggler friend, has come up with a couple leads in terms of where the drug distribution points seem to be, like where people are actually